Personal Branding 101, Step 1, Find Yourself. In this chapter, we are going to talk about authenticity, how to find your secret sauce, which will help you to stand out in a crowd. So let's start with a very practical reverse engineering. Where do you want to be when your personal brand is built? So I will encourage you to imagine where do you want to be in next year, for example, and let's take this small period of time to help you to change the situation where you are at the moment. Let's say you build your personal brand within a year or maybe two, up to you. So take this time and imagine how do you feel, where you are, what is your content look like, how do you personally look like, and be very specific and write down your vision. I want you to imagine in details how your personal brand changed your life, how it changed your connection with people, how it changed the way you present yourself to other people. And once you write down this vision, I will ask you a very important question. And you will also need to write down the list of things which you did to achieve this result. And when you will go with this clarity overall, you will see that it's way easier to get to this result because you will have step-by-step process which you write down by yourself. I also will encourage you to research the market and see the top experts in your niche. I know that many people hesitate to do that because they don't want to look like other people or follow other people. But it's good to know what is going on in your niche. What are the experts your audience see? And not do the comparison, but rather look what you can learn from these experts. See how they position themselves. What kind of content do they create? How they behave. And the most interesting part is to find experts with who you actually can argue in your head. I love this method personally because in a moment I arguing with Gary Vee, for example, I found so much inspiration for my own content because when these top experts in your niche saying something which you disagree, you can create a lot of interesting topics where you will mention the topic or the video with which you disagree, and you can get a lot more customers and as well position yourself as a person who has very different opinion and a very strong vision about the subject. So it's really powerful method to create a lot of content, to learn and to position yourself differently, not to think about the comparison, but rather think about other experts in your niche as your teachers. This will help you to feel surrounded like with colleagues, and it will also help you to feel yourself more confident because when you will enjoy other people's content, your brain will know that other people will enjoy your content. So it's also very powerful technique for self-confidence. So I will encourage you to write down the list of lessons which you learn when you research these experts. It will also help you to create not just content, but also understand how much you can progress by continuing with this type of research on a daily basis or at least on weekly basis. What do you want to be known for? That's the most important question because that's all about your story. People will recognize themselves in your story, and that's why they're buying. That's why your story will define your business niche, and you can check our video on business niche. And it's very important to build the right story, the story where your customer is the hero and you are a guide, a person who can lead them from ordeal to the dream life, to the solution. So the most important part, how you build your content, is when you close the gap for people between the problem towards the solution with the minimal loss when they overcoming their fears and going through some troubles because you guiding them. That's why they feel so confident with you. So that's why your story is one of the most fundamental aspects of your personal brand. So there are few cases when you can actually fail with this situation, when you are talking about your wounds, not about your scars, which means that you didn't get enough of the experience yet and you are still in that emotional troubling situation. So then your story is looking rather like whining and not really excited. But when you talk about the story, when you got the lesson and when you found the solution, then people get excited. So you can watch the training on the branding story, and that's really important to build your story right, because your brand story will help people to build this emotional connection and basically give them the reason to follow you, to subscribe to your channel, or to just buy from you, because they see the connection, they recognize themselves in your personal branding story. So, to summarize, in the step one, you find yourself and you start knowing yourself. That's why how you build your authenticity through your story, when you know who you are, when you hold your ground, when your style define you, when you actually know who you are and you want to continue at this person. You respect yourself, you love yourself, you get confident. And let's dive deeper about the ways how you can build some formulas or standards around that so that your team can follow it, so that you can follow it consistently, because this is how people build their trust around your personal brand. They start recognizing your content. They not just heard from you once, they hear from you all the time on the consistent basis. They recognize themselves in your story. They see that you are trustworthy, reliable, you're posting all the time, you're connecting with people, and that's when they start building connection with you and with your brand. So let's dive into the step number 2. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the notification button, and I will see you in my next video.